Oh. Good win. Now back at the absolutely filthy corner.
Let's get straight into it and rate the ground. Right, hello everyone and welcome to this new video on the channel. So tonight we've got a rare Monday night game on the channel as we're heading to the Horsfall Community Stadium for some NCEL League Cup third round action between Albion Sports versus Rossington Main. So in today's video, I've got my thoughts pre and post match as well as match day vlog itself, and been a new ground on the channel. We're going to rate the ground, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So let's start with the home team, Albion Sports, and they're currently in 4th place out of 20 teams in NCEL Premier Division, which is one of 4 playoff places. And in their last game, they had a very good 4-0 home win against Pickering Town. So they've currently won 3 games in a row, and they are doing really well and hitting form at just the right time. At the minute, as they had quite a few games in hand, were just outside the playoff places, but as you know, them games in hand are useless unless you win them, and they've certainly done that. They've done really well with games in hand and have got themselves back into the playoffs. Obviously, Albion missed out on promotion last season, losing in the playoff final to Garforth Town on penalties, so we were one at favourites before the season started, so we'll be wanting to get into them playoff places and hopefully go one better this season. And as for my local team and the away team, Rossington Main, we're currently in 12th place out of 20th in the same division, the NCEL Premier Division. And in our last game, it was a goal fest, an 8-goal thriller, as Rosso came back from 4-1 down and 3-0 down at half-time to draw 4-all at home to Fackley. So it was a very, very good comeback from Rosso, and it showed real spirit. However, they are going to have to start winning some games, as they have gone 7 games without a win. And I've said it quite a lot on Rosso's videos, it's been a bit of a rebuilding season. Obviously a lot of players and the management team have left, so a lot of changes in personnel both on and off the pitch. So for Rosso, it's all about kind of having a bit of a mid-table season and then hopefully pushing on again next season. So this is the third round of the NCEL Cup, which is for teams in the Prem and Division 1. Both these teams are in the Prem. And in the first round, both teams received a bye. And in the second round, both teams won on penalties against teams from the division below. So Albion had a 1-1 draw at Yorkshire Amateur and then won on penalties, whereas Rosso had a 2-2 draw at Brigtown and then went on to win on penalties. And it's the first meeting between these two teams this season. They are actually due to play each other at the weekend at Rosso, but last season they're in the same division and both games ended in a 1-1 draw. So I think that brings me on nicely to my prediction for today's game then. So which team is going to get themselves into the quarter-final of the NCEL Cup? My prediction is, I can't really see past an Albion win tonight. I think they're in form, Rosso aren't in form. It's a tough place to go on a Monday night, like I say, an 8 o'clock kickoff as well. A lot of players working beforehand. Yeah, it's just a bit of a tough cup tie, to be fair. So I'm going to go for an Albion win. I'm going to go Albion Sports 2, Rossington Main 1. Anyway, that concludes my pre-match thoughts for this match. So first visit here, it's new ground at number 145. Obviously they ground share with Bradford Park Avenue, so get another one off the Northern Premier League East Division as well. So I've got 7 grounds to go, the NCEL Prem after this one, and I'm looking forward to visiting Albion or Bradford Park Avenue for the first time, and you guys are coming along with me. So I think it's time to head off to the stadium, but just before we do, there's 2 things that you guys need to do. First one, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and finally everyone, please like the video, whether you're an old or new viewer. Any support is really appreciated by me, so let's aim for 30 likes on this video, which I know we can hit, and you guys can get me 1 like closer to doing that. So now both them things are done, it's time to head over to the ground. So without further ado, let's head over to the Horsfall Community Stadium and see how today's game goes. Okay, good news, we made it to Bradford Park Avenue. Bad news, my car got stuck in a massive mud hole for ages, and now you can't really see it on camera, but it's absolutely filthy. Yeah, about 15 minutes till kick off. Obviously I drove down here solo, so there's not going to be a travel montage, but I need to decompress. So let's get inside and see how the day goes. There's the culprit. Can't see it great in here, but yeah, just spent about half an hour trying to get out of that. Let's hope the game's better than me parking here. Okay, coming teams: Albion in yellow, Rosso main in red. Not a chance to look at the teams or anything tonight. Looks like Greg Young's player manager, but I'll have a look at the teams just before we kick off. And run away. Not a good start.
Take too long to shoot, don't you?
Oh. Oh no. Oh, safe. Fine. Go on. Tell you what, I've heard the food here is good, and look at that chicken curry and rice for £5. Looks delicious, and I can't wait to try it. I'll let you know how it goes at the end of the video. Right, change of view for the second half. Let's hope it brings Rosso some luck. That'd have been a good move. Go on. Go on. Go on. Get it. Last minute penalty. Here we go then. A penalty to take it to penalties. Get it. Come on. It's probably won at last kicks at game as well. That's full time 1-0. Going to penalties. Here we go then, penalties to decide who goes through to the quarter final to play Beverley Town. Rosso going first with Rossington. Took 1 minute to go. Gonna do it again. Just.
Power beat him. Red Grayson up next. Nice. Good penalty. Cody Pereira up next. It's for advantage. Get in. Still level. Paul Sherburn up next. Lovely. Oh, get in. Rosso scored with one. Further win. Get in. Rosso through. Got Beverly in the quarters. Right, here we are now, back at my absolutely filthy car. Look at this. Jesus Christ. Funny thing was as well, I was going to get clean today, so I'm glad I didn't, but I think I'm going to have to tomorrow. Let's get home.
Okay, it's now the next morning, and at full time it finished Albion Sport 1, Rossington Main 1, with Rosso winning by 4-2 on penalties. And yeah, that was a really good comeback from Rosso against a good Albion team, in my opinion. They took the lead. It looked like a bit of a keeper error as he kind of came for the ball and it just kind of missed it and it went into the back of the net. And like I say, Albion, they looked a good team. They played it around well. They looked a good, solid team. And it took till the 94th minute for Rosso to break them. And like I said, if it were handball in the box, so the ref gave a penalty. And before that as well, Albion missed a penalty where they hit the post in the first half, which could have been 2-0. And then Rossana, who had come on not long before, slotted the ball away nicely to make it 1-1. And then, of course, it went to penalties. Rosso were the first to miss, but Albion missed straight away afterwards. And then, like I say, advantage Rosso going into the final penalty, and they slotted it away nicely. And that takes them through to the quarter-final, where they'll face Beverly Town away. So another tough tie for Rosso, but it's cup football. Anything can happen. So, yeah, we're good to finally get to Albion. Car trouble aside, it's been a good night, which, yeah, we're a bit of a nightmare, that car situation. It's okay now. It needs a clean. It's I'll put a picture on here. Yeah, it's a bit dirty. I'm just glad I didn't get it cleaned the day before when I put my tyres up, because I was gonna. But nevertheless, you know, I'll go clean and it'll be fine. So yeah, anyway, that's my experience of Albion. So all I've got left to do is find out how I rated this experience with Rate the Ground. Okay, it's time for Rate the Ground. So if you're new to the channel, what we do is each time we visit a new ground in the season, we give them a rating on 5 different categories. So we've got pre-match, the catering, the ground, the atmosphere, and the overall enjoyment. Each getting a score out of 5, a total score out of 25, and then we'll put them into a table with all the other grounds that we have been to this season. So this time, it's the turn of Albion Sports. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and rate the ground. So we'll start off with pre-match then. So what is there to do before the game? So with non-league, this is mainly going to be their clubhouse, and yeah, it's quite a nice clubhouse, to be fair. It's pretty standard to what you'd expect, to be fair, I'd say. You know, plenty of space in there. You know, nice bar as well. I don't think there's that much actually around the ground. It's kind of in industrial area, Bradford, by the look of it. But yeah, not too bad in terms of the clubhouse. So it's going to get a 3 out of 5. Next up, we've got catering, and I said I'd let you know how that curry went at the end of the video. Now, I have been to a lot of football grounds. I've tried a lot of footy scran, but I don't even think this is recency biased. That is the best food I've ever had at the football. It was absolutely delicious. So it was chicken curry with rice, which was £5, and it was worth every single penny and probably more, to be honest with you. The rice were delicious. It had so much flavour, so did the chicken curry. We had samosas as well for £3. I was tempted to get it, but I'd already eaten, so I gave it a miss. Like I say, Albion, you know, they're an Indian-owned club, so of course their curries are going to be absolutely superb. Now it's cooked good curry, and it didn't disappoint. I mean, it's getting 5 stars alone just for that. In terms of the rest of the stuff, that wasn't too bad. We had kind of big as you'd expect. Cruz Campo Rosso had an Amstel, which they were alright to be fair. Staff were lovely, prices were really good. It's getting nothing less than a 5 out of 5. Next up, we've got the ground, and like I say, this was a National League North ground only 2 seasons ago, and for level, it's a real nice ground to be fair. It's a bit run down in places, but pretty much every non-league ground is in it. I quite like this to be fair. It's a bit of a different one, a very open one, but yeah, I quite like it. So it's going to get a 3.5 out of 5 from me. Next up, we've got atmosphere, and there are only 48 people at the game, so it's never going to be that good atmosphere. And we are open it is as well. The sound just doesn't keep in, so it's just one of them, innit? It's it's a cup game, it's midweek, small crowd, so the atmosphere is never going to be good. So it's going to get a 1.5 out of 5. And finally, we've got the overall experience of the day. Apart from getting my car stuck in the mud, it was, pretty good to be fair. Seeing Rosso come back to get a late equaliser and then win on penalties. Of course, that amazing curve that I had at half time. And yeah, it weren't a bad game to be fair, to save a row 2 goals. So yeah, not a bad experience at all. It's going to get a 3 out of 5. So this gives Albion Sports a total score of 16 out of 25, which puts them into 31st in the table. Level on points with few teams, so the deciding factor, if that's the case, is overall experience, which they'll level with Darlington, and then the next deciding factor is the ground, and Albion have got a higher score than Darlington, hence they are above them in the table, and that's where they're finishing. So yep, glad I finally got to visit Albion. We've got 7 grounds left in NCEL Premier. That's one of the 5 from Bradford done, so we've got Campion, Eccleshill, Silsden, Fackley, and then we've got Tadcaster, Knaresborough and Pickering as well. So let me know which of them 7 grounds do you want me to tick off next, and also in these neutral ground ops, is there anywhere you think I should visit? So let me know in the comments if there is, and as for this video, I'm going to leave it here. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new around here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop video a like whether you're an old or new viewer. Like I said, let's say for 30 likes, you guys can help me get ever so closer to that number. And also remember to follow my social media at Adam Gittings PT on pretty much everything. So the next match is going to be at the weekend on Saturday, as we're back at the Eco Power Stadium. We've got Doncaster Rovers versus Newport County. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.